The Connecticut man who gunned down 3 Bristol cops after luring them with a phony 911 call was a beer-drinking divorced dad of 2 who stunned neighbors described as the rowdy one in his clan. Cop killer Nicholas Brucher, 35, also liked guns and is seen proudly displaying a handgun at a wedding in one Facebook post from 2016. Nick was the big rowdy one, a neighbor of his brother Nathaniel told the Post Thursday. He was the big funny one, a big teddy bear. He was huge. Big guy, but sweet as pie. The family must be traumatized, she added. Bristol cops were responding to a 911 call about a domestic dispute at Nicholas Brucher's home, a phony call to lure cops to the house, according to authorities, and opened fire when they arrived, killing 2 and wounding 1. Nicholas was killed by police at the scene, and younger brother Nathaniel was wounded in the Wednesday night shootout and remains hospitalized, according to police. It is unclear if Nathaniel also shot at officers or was a bystander or a victim. According to NBC Connecticut, Nicholas had been kicked out of a bar, then went home and got into an altercation with his brother. He is said to have called 911 at 10:29 p.m. and waited for officers to arrive with a AR-15 style gun, according to the station. Bristol police have yet to determine a motive for the shooting and have released few additional details about the circumstances, calling it a complex investigation. Police Sergeant Dustin DeMont, 35, and Officer Alex Hamzy, 34, were killed at the scene, and a third cop, Officer Alec Iorato, 26, was wounded and underwent surgery Thursday. Speaking about the brothers' reputation, the neighbor added, "Nobody's gonna like those boys, no matter what you say about them. I'm really mad at them." However, the same neighbor also described how Nathaniel called her grandma and recently dropped off a jar of homemade pickles, one of 53 jars he boasted to have made. Nicholas and Nathaniel also have 2 brothers and an adopted sister, she added. A different neighbor described Nathaniel as a skater punk and a man-child who lives in a trash-strewn trailer with beer cans piled up on the unkempt property. He also believed he was into drugs, adding, "Nate is high as a kite every time I see him. But cocaine doesn't drive you to call cops and shoot them." He said Nicholas would visit his brother on occasion and was always drinking. "I don't know much about Nicholas, except he drinks a lot," he said. "The dude's always drinking. He'd be around, checking on his brother. Their mother must be a wreck right now," he added. "She's also crazier than an F-king bag of chips. Their dad's really got his ST together. He's got a really good heart. He's been taking care of their mother and those boys for years. That dude's a strong man. After this, I don't know," he said. Hamzy, a Bristol native and 2006 graduate of Bristol Eastern High School, leaves behind his wife, Katie, his parents and 2 sisters, authorities said. Sergeant Delmont is survived by his pregnant wife, Laura, and daughters Phoebe and Porter. In a separate report, the Connecticut Post reported Thursday, Iorato had received a commendation last year for thwarting a suicide attempt.